Okay, offerings. Offerings. We're going to look through them. Let me capture this. Hold on, I gotta make it normal size now. We were smaller for the walk around. We'll do that. Okay. There we go. Not gonna lie, I didn't know there was gonna be an online version. Probably just paid for that instead of in person. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like being in crowded places anyway. So no matter what, I would just opt for that, if I'm being honest with you. I should say crowded places. Hot, sweaty, loud places that are crowded. That's what I avoid. But if it's crowded and everyone's like quietly listening to a musician, you know, like I can deal with that. It depends. Anyway, offerings. Okay. Let me put the points on the screen. This is the thing that always affects, boom, there you go. That always affects the points most heavily in like random swings. Random point swings. Up and down. It's the offerings. And right now, the three factions are quite close. You guys are all pretty much one good offering away from each other. So, interesting. Interesting. Let's start. There's only like 10 or so of them, I think. 11. So we're going to go through them. As per usual, if you choose to put anything in the offerings chat, we can choose to show it or not show it. And we can choose to say whatever we want about it. And I can give you as many points as I want or take away as many points as I want. All right. Let me see. This is from House of the Blind. This is a duelist outfit. I really like the Boris wig. Love the Boris wig. It makes me feel like clearly this is very European, sort of, but it also has some things about it when I look at it that make me think of the Revolutionary War just a little bit, right? The American Revolution, just a little. It's the jacket. Here's dust speed paint. Ew. You know, when I did this fit, initially I was gonna go for something a little more like this, kind of like this, or kind of like red mage-y a little. That was originally gonna be where I was gonna go, but I pivoted. So I see this and I'm like, oh. Makes me think back to that. Oh. The wig goes crazy though. Love his wig. Very good. I like this. Let's give this a... How about 130 points. 130. Thank you. Thank you. Next. Ooh, I think I retweeted this one on Twitter already. Look at Boris. I like this one. And I really like when people draw me, they put like little mascots in the corner. They always put the trash mobs in there somewhere in the corner. Sometimes they're more like, you know, out there, but I really like this. I like your depiction of them. I like that you gave this guy a nose. No one ever gives him a nose. He doesn't even canonically have a nose, but you decided to give him a nose. I like that. This guy, you just changed him up entirely, and I like it. It's still very much, you could tell who he is, but like, you know. It makes me feel like I'm experiencing my last moment before getting concussed. Maybe. maybe. Yeah, people always do, they always do, it's either action pose, simple portrait, or I get Ganondorfed. You know? It's one of the three. And I like that. I like this art a lot. It came out really good. Probably a lot of work. You can tell just from the rendering. I'm gonna say... Let's do 150 for this one. Let's do 150. For your inclusion of the mascots as well, we'll give you extra points. Thank you. I like this one a lot. I do. I need to get more art of the trash mobs, man. Volume warning. Ugh. Okay. Okay. We'll see about that.
I don't like a lot of EDM because I don't like the vocals that they use or the way they process them.
Yeah, this is true.
There's some tracks that are really good within the genre, but when you take out the vocals, you know?
Yeah. That's me. That's me. What the fuck is this? It's Boris's head. It's Boris's little head. Oh yeah. It's so garbled. What am I even saying? What did I even say? What did I say? I see. Yep. Yep.
Is it saying all because it's a British thing?
Yep. Yep.
I don't like this song.
Maybe it was I like to stream.
I just wish I could skip songs. Hit the next button.
And then it's just me in the background, just lamenting that I can't skip songs easily in streamer mode in Forza Horizon. That's pretty good. It might have been when I said I like to stream. That might have been the original clip. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, very good. Very good. I like it. I like it. You specifically did the thing I don't hate, which is throw some kind of garbled up voices in there sort of for the sake of it, which is good. I can't stand EDM being like... They have this amazing track. One of the best producers ever. You're hearing it and you're like, my ears feel like they're getting cleaned out as I listen to this song. It's amazing, right? And then out of nowhere, there's just someone be like, just saying some bullshit. You can't tell what they're saying because it's a different song that they sampled, that they're playing at 2 times speed, pitched up to like chipmunk voice. Why do they keep ruining really, really good tracks with these shit vocals, you know? Like, ooh, I hate it. I hate it. Because sometimes these producers are, other than that, so good. And if you listen to the instrumental, which is just you take the voices out, some of these tracks are amazing. And then they just put the shittiest, stupidest, dumbest shit on top of it. And I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, this is good. High effort. High effort post. Fish, let's give you... Ugh, fish. How about... Let's do 150. 150 for the effort. It's pretty good. Thanks, Fish. You know, Fish showed up to my meet and greet at AX in like full cosplay. And his cosplay had a leg slit. I went all the way up to the top of the hip and I was like, Jesus. So beautiful. Had the leggy out. It was crazy. It was crazy. Do love me some Porter Robinson. I've heard that name so many times. I don't think I could name a single Porter Robinson song. I actually have no idea who that is. And maybe I've heard a Porter Robinson song. But if I try to recall anything, I have no clue. I don't know. I stopped listening to regular radio years ago. And I pretty much only like find stuff online and listen to stuff online. So more so in like the bubbles I prefer. And I stopped watching regular TV as well many years ago. It's probably been almost a decade. And so I have no clue when it comes to pop culture, who like a lot of artists are or what their songs are or whatever. And then I'll know certain pockets of artists depending on the genre really well. But if anyone's like, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm sure he's good. Shelter. Okay, well, I don't know what that is. A song, I guess. It was the menu song for Forza Horizon 1? What do you mean 1? You're lying to me. Thought Porter Robinson was a jazz musician for a while. I don't think you would hear that name so much from streamers if it was a jazz musician, because I like jazz. And I was sending one of my VTuber friends, okay, I was very personally hurt. I was sending them a song and I was like, this is one of the best trumpet players I've ever witnessed. And it was a guy playing trumpet with very little backtrack, just a little bit of background instrumental. And he's just doing like an amazing jazz trumpet solo. And my friend said, this hurts my ears. It sounds like shit. Why would anyone play solo trumpet? And I was like, okay. Well, you're not in the Fantasy Friendship League anymore. You're not in the Fantasy Friendship League. You're off the team. You're off the team. He was not flat. You're flat. He was not. I said, okay. All right. It wasn't even like, I've heard loud, annoying trumpet. It wasn't even that style of playing. It wasn't even like big band jazz, I'm blaring on my trumpet style thing either. It was very much like I'm playing the trumpet like I'm singing, you know? Like, it was good. It was good. And they were like, why would you listen to trumpet? Okay. Whatever. From Sam Squanch. Geega came up with the idea from a story Geega talked about, and I ran with it. Fourth panel was drawn by Geega. Okay. Draw what you want to be when you grow up. Job in your chairs, Geega. I want to be a butcher. I wish we were asked to draw it, man. We were never asked to draw what you want to be. They just said write it down. I remember one teacher being like, write it down in cursive. And I was like, what the fuck? This was before I wrote in cursive. And I was still on full copium that I could write and print well. I learned to write in cursive, I think in the 2nd or 3rd grade. Like all the time. I started always writing in it. Because my handwriting when in print was so bad and so illegible, and I was just so terrible. And I would sit there and practice my handwriting, and I felt like it wasn't getting better. But I would practice and practice. And I was like having a crisis as a young kid. Because I was good at everything else. Or good enough. And I was just freaking out because I could not write. Like just in print, I would write, and I knew exactly what it said when I wrote, but everyone would tell me it looked ugly. And they couldn't read it well. And so I was like, ugh. So one of my teachers was like, you're throwing yourself at a wall here. Let's have you write in cursive. So that way you're sort of like rewiring your brain a little. Like let's just put you on something else, you know? So ever since then, I wrote in cursive. I could still write in print like nowadays. And it can look okay. But I tend to like, my hands just try to write in cursive. So even if I'm writing in print, I don't draw an I, a lowercase I is a straight line down. I start at the bottom, I go up, down. You know what I mean? like little things like that. You know, I still write like that. And I feel like I write faster for it, so it's okay. It's okay. But then I felt bad because as an adult, then I would have people be like, I can't read cursive. So I'm like, well, fuck me, I guess. So I relearned to, not relearn to, but you know what I mean? Like I would just sit there and try to write in print more so that people could read it. But I don't know. When you think words in your head, what font do you use? I don't think words in my head like that, like I see them on the page very much. I mean, I can, I just don't regularly do that. I'm not one of the people who thinks like that all the time. I think, actually, you know what? I do think words in my head, and I think of them as letters, but I think of them as sounds a lot more than I just think of them as a word written on a page. think I see them in my own handwriting, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to picture it. Close my eyes. Yeah, it's my own handwriting. Yeah. Yeah. So no one reads in cursive. It's nice for signatures, but it's just one of those arbitrary things teachers in NYC wanted you to do. Well, the big catch here is that if you write in cursive properly and you practice your handwriting, it's very easy to read. If you write legibly. The problem is most people only learn, if they write in cursive at all, they learn shitty cursive when they're like 8 years old, briefly, and then they try to make a signature and it looks like shit and it's illegible because they never learned how to write properly in cursive. So then they're like, oh, cursive is so hard to read. But I'm like, you haven't really seen a lot of nice handwriting. Or they've seen like old handwriting, like the really special like Declaration of Independence handwriting, and they're like, I can't read that, as if that's what cursive is supposed to look like. It's just not. It's really easy to read. They're thinking of like this. Maybe this is a little extreme of an example, but a lot of people, when they're thinking about trying to read cursive, they're thinking about this shit. Like a letter written by candlelight, you know, several hundred of years ago. Like, this is what they're thinking about. And they're like, I can't read that. Yeah, most people who write in cursive kind of have to think too when they look at it. Like, it's not, that's not like modern cursive, you know? It does look beautiful. It does look beautiful. But yeah, modern cursive doesn't look like that. Let's see if I can find a nice example. My grandmother always wrote in cursive, and her handwriting was really beautiful, but very, very, very legible. Very legible. I gotta see if I can find a thing that she wrote. If I try to search for examples, I just see people like doing calligraphy. Or they're doing fancy curled letters, but it's still technically print. It's not actually cursive because they're picking up their pen a lot. I don't know. Oh, so many of these examples are terrible. Oh, well, whatever. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. TLDR is, if cursive is hard to read, it's a skill issue. That too. That too. Personally, I think, here's my hot take. Teaching kids how to handwrite is great, but you should be teaching them how to type on keyboards younger. Kids get used to devices, so a lot of them can type on a, on-screen keyboard, but they should be teaching them younger and having them type like everything, because everyone types nowadays. It is simply the modern world. Yes, have them handwrite stuff. Give them devices that are not hooked up to the internet all the time and they can play games on. Yeah, mid-class, but still let them type everything when you ask them to do an assignment. I feel like they give kids devices that, first of all, they can just do whatever the fuck they want on in class, which is terrible. Like, I keep up with a lot of my cousins' kids and what they're doing in school, and everything I hear is really bad. And then a teacher will be like, okay, I don't want that, so I'm gonna make them handwrite everything. But I'm like, well, they're just going to end up as adults typing everything for the most part. So they should be given keyboards, but a word processor open maybe to type the stuff they're trying to type. Maybe not, some of the other shit they got open. I don't know. I feel like the way they're putting in classrooms is not quite right. And people are either full rejecting devices and making them handwrite everything, which is they should be able to handwrite, and they should do that when they're really young to learn it and to understand it. But at some point, just accept keyboards, But yeah, I hear tablets all the time. They keep putting kids on tablets. That is not going to teach them any hard skill that they need, to be good with computers. That's not, no. I don't know. I don't get it. I think handwriting teaches a lot of the fine motor skills that typing wouldn't, though. That's why I'm saying they do that first, for sure. They do that first. But I think they should, is sitting here and typing not also a fine motor skill? If you're typing properly on a keyboard, it's just a different type. I think they should be doing both. I think there's a mix of put them on devices, but only put them on tablets, and then, no, make them handwrite everything. And then they run into the same thing a lot of people perhaps your age, maybe older, ran into, which is as an adult, you have to type everything. But a lot of adults look around you in the office, look around you. How many of them are typing slow as hell, not using the right fingers for things, etc. And they type like they've never seen a fucking keyboard before. You know? It should be standardized that people should just be like, you know, properly typing. Because I cannot believe some of the shit I see. And then by giving them tablets, you're not helping them, you know? I don't know. I think grade 1 through 4 penmanship and then 5 to 8 keyboard. Yeah. It should be both. It should be both. Both consistent, but all handwritten first and then moving into majority not handwritten. But I think if they're writing like a whole essay, a whole paper, yeah, you should type it. But I think if you're sitting there and having them write a paragraph or like, you know, smaller written answer questions, they should do that by hand and just mix it, you know? But I think they start typing, well, this is maybe for older generations, but they started typing, not older, but older than the current kids, in elementary. I think they still did. I think it was pre-middle school, you know? Writing something like physical writing will help more with memorization than typing. This is true. But, you know, at some point, you got to accept they're going to be in a workplace, and have to use a keyboard well. And this is coming from me personally. I'm so fucking tired of adults not being able to type quickly. When they sit there and use a keyboard for how many hours of the day at their job? Because they always say this, not all practice is good practice. Intentional, proper practice is, let me do this properly. If you sit there and type with your 2 fingers looking down for 10 hours, you're not going to get much better at it because you're just doing a shitty version of it, right? But if you actively try to go, okay, fingers home row, okay, let me use the right finger to type the right letter, you know, like, you'll do it. But no, they sit there with their 2 fingers and they make sure that that's ingrained in them, that they could never unlearn it by doing it for 500 hours. You know? It's so bad. Ugh. There are a lot of typing and spelling games that can be used to make it fun. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to park your kid in front of like a typing or spelling game and have them do that. If you yourself are not the best teacher, you just have to make sure they actually do it. That's all. You just have to sit there and make sure they do it. That's all, man. I don't know. But I keep seeing one of my cousin's kids came home one day from school. I'm like hanging out over there. And I'm like, oh, what'd you do at school? And they're like, oh, I gotta do my homework. And they pull out a tablet that the school gave them. And they're holding the tablet in their left hand and they're using their right hand index finger to type in the on-screen keyboard. And they're typing a paragraph length answer to a word problem with 1 finger on the screen on a tablet. And I was like, what? So I looked this up and I asked other friends that have kids and stuff. Turns out this is being commonly done in a lot of places where the kids are being given tablets because it's cheaper than giving them a laptop, you know? So the school district can only afford that. So the kids are hamstrung by this and forced to just type with 1 finger on a stupid tablet for a long, like a paragraph answer. What? And it's a tablet, it's big. It's not like you can turn it to the side and use your thumbs. They have small kid hands, so they can't even like 2-thumb type like they're texting, you know? I was just like, oh my God. What happened to the Chromebooks? I don't know. Isn't there a keyboard thing that you can attach to the tablet? Yeah, but the school's not going to provide that. They don't have the money. Maybe some do. I don't know. They don't have the money, man. I don't know. Crazy shit. I just was watching it and I was like, oh, man, if this were like a piece of paper and they had to handwrite it, they would have been done in like 2 minutes with this whole homework assignment. Because they're sitting there typing with the 1 finger. It's just, I don't know. Man. They can play with Duplo blocks outside, brother. Well, they're old enough to use Legos, okay? But yeah. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Not good. Anyway, if you have any kids in your family, make sure they're okay and they're learning how to do shit. Get them into MMOs. Get them into MMOs so they have to type in all chat and then they have to use a keyboard, okay? They'll learn to type real quick. Real quick. Anyway, I love this comic. Good comic. I like how you drew me, child me wearing a tracksuit zipped all the way up to the neck. All the way up through the neck. This is good. This is very good. I did, in fact, back in my day, one of the things that was my most favorite thing to wear was one of those really colorful old windbreakers. Really colorful old windbreaker. It was a cool jacket. And you know what? With the resurgence of fashions like that nowadays, I feel like if I had it in an adult size today, I would be wearing it. It was cool as hell. Looking back at it, I saw it in a picture the other day. It was cool as hell, man. It was cool as fuck. So this was almost a correct prediction in this art. I wore it so much that it tore apart. Can you believe that? A really nice windbreaker. Do you know how much you have to do to it to make it tear apart from just normal wear, not even rolling around in it? I wore it so much. That thing was destroyed. And it was a fabric that was like really, really good. And I destroyed that shit. Oh, I wore it so much. I would wear it, get home, immediately wash it. Anyway. Let's give this one... This one is good. Since it's 2 people, Geega did the 4th panel. We'll give 100 points to Sam Squanch. And then Geega, which is Geega Enjoyer. If we can give him an extra 30. Just for this. Give him an extra 30. We'll split the points between them. Thank you. Patagonia, but affordable would be peak. I know. Any brand with nice fabrics, especially if it's like outerwear, or you can wear it, you know, specifically in like wind or wet weather, anything that blocks out moisture. All of those brands that tend to do that at a good quality are like so fucking expensive right now. So expensive. Now, the good news is they'll last usually. Most brands, not all. But they'll usually last, so it's not too bad. But man, you gotta have the upfront money. Next one from Bounce, Geek Stranding. Oh, look at it. Look at the baby Boris. Look at the baby Boris. That's what BB stands for. Baby Boris. That's so good, man. That's so good. You know, after playing Death Stranding, I was looking at a lot of the fits and I was like, this would be such a good concept for like a fit for a model. But what on earth could I call it? Besides like, this is my Death Stranding fit. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, it's like Stolen Valor from their IP. I don't know, but I was looking at it and I was like, man, I want something like this. This is so fucking funny. Here's a time lapse. Space courier. No, but it wouldn't even be a space suit. That's the thing. It wouldn't be a space suit. Me when I'm a porter. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Came out good. It came out real good. It came out real nice. I like this a lot. I think that the art... So if you covered this up, I'd look at this and be like, this is a very serious piece and it came out beautiful. And then you just see Baby Boris and the little like thumbs up here. And it's just like, you know, it's so good, man. It's so good. It's so good. Let's do, how about, how about, let's give this 150. I like this a lot. Let's give it $150. Just as a community, need to get Kojima to notice you. I feel like Kojima's not putting anyone in his game or doing any major projects with anyone unless they're like a big known name, right? Like he puts celebrities in his game. And then he did put a VTuber in the second game, like briefly, allegedly. But it's one of the biggest ones, if not like the, right? So, you're a celebrity? No. Nope. I don't feel like I am at all. From House of the Blind again. This is oh, we were studying Kravitz art style. Yeah. That's one of my favorite people to look at their art on Twitter. Sometimes I just go to their profile and stare at it. Really like their art. I like this one. I really like the little graffitied factions in the background. It's cute. And I just like the main fit, man. I remember when I was upgrading to my 3.0, my artist was like, oh yeah, do you want to, like, for 3.0, like, have a totally different fit? Like make the main design something different. Because a lot of people do that when they go to, like, a 2.0, a 3.0, a 4.0 model, whatever. They make their main fit a whole new thing. And I was like, no. No. I still had Noro go over it and redesign some of the details a little bit, like just adjust. So it got adjusted a little, but yeah, overall I was like, no, I don't want to change it. Keep it mostly the same. We did some stuff like the armor here. This is now, you see how it's like an even plate where the shape is kind of the same as it goes up. It used to have a lot of different shapes. And I found that for artists, it was really difficult for them to consistently draw it right. Like, no one drew it right. So I said, okay, let's just make this consistent so it's easy to find out, like, what we're supposed to do here, right? Little details. But other than that, not really much changed. So, yeah. I just like the OG fit. 4.0 make Geega be like a different character. 4.0, I drank a potion and turned into something else entirely. Yeah. No, I feel like I couldn't. I just feel like I couldn't, man. I also don't know if I want a 4.0. I wouldn't do a 4.0 unless, I don't know, the tech changed and I had to, like, do something crazy different. I don't feel a need. 4.0 was a man. Ooh, male model. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, I love this one. We'll do 120. 120 came out really good, but I usually give more points when he designs extra character design stuff, so that's why I'm doing less for this. Nothing bad about it at all. I just give extra points for the design. But why male models? Why not? Male VTuber. Oh, man. We want the cup art model. I think that fit looks really good when drawn as a full body thing in a cool pose. But if it's just me standing there, it's just like a shirt. You know? So that's why I didn't really do it as a model. I really like it, and I'm gonna keep using it for art here and there, or like it's canon that it exists, right? But yeah, I didn't do it as a model because I was like, it's just so ultra simplistic that I felt like basing a whole model around it is just, I don't know, almost a waste of the resources I would have to spend to do it. You know what I mean? Non-detective. That wasn't the reasoning. It wasn't the muscular stuff. It was just the fit simplicity. Anyway, I love that art. Bo. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hold on, let me I do this real quick. I gotta do this real quick. Trying to copy paste it to my actual browser over here so we can activate it. There we go. Got the link. Okay. Re-full screen that. There we go. Okay, whenever it loads for me, I'll put it on. Bo is pretty good. Bo is pretty good. I like it. Oh, it makes me sign in again. I just signed in yesterday. Okay, add to emotes. Boom. There you go. Oh, I like it. I like it. That's good. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. He looks really good. I like this. Let's do... For the Boris, Bo... Let's do... 70 points. 70 points. You're gonna get rid of O now? No. No. No, no, no. Next. From Zoingo. Space Geega as a Minecraft skin. An MC skin, but I always read this as an Minecraft. Included a goofy alternative as well. Oh, because it's chibi. It's fine, Zoingo, that you didn't do the yokai model. I think that model would be too crazy for one of these. Ooh. Yeah, it's a space fit in full body. I like it. I like it. I like that you also gave it the visor. Hey, I like this Zoingo. Thank you for always making me skins. Let's do... how about... Yeah, the cheapy one where it's just short is really funny. How about... I will say... For an MC skin? We'll do 150 for this as well, because I'll get use out of it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I like it. Trainga. It makes me think of train dog. I just think of train dog. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You like trains? Is anyone... It's okay to talk about it in chat. It's okay to let it out. Is anyone a train enjoyer? Are any of you the types to go watch a train pass by and be like, yes! Yes! And like clap, jump up and down a little bit? Used to be. My fixations are elsewhere. I draw so many trains. Ooh. Heck yeah, I saw Big Boy this weekend. Yeah! I said, oh, you mean a locomotive? Then yes. Don't start with me. Don't start with me. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I love looking at trains. I'm always stopped to see one, but I used to know fucking everything about trains. Oh my god. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I always wondered, for people that were really into this, why train and not car? Because car, you get to own, you could work on it, you could do so much with it yourself, and there's so many. Especially older cars. Why train and not car? Train, cool, but you only get to look at it. Maybe ride a train, but you don't get to do much of it. Train big? Why is that better? Train big, more engine. Go choo-choo. I don't know, man. Trains move more people with less space. That's valid. Now, don't get me wrong. I love public transport, okay? I come from the mecca of public transport, but I like cars. If you're talking about which one are you like into as an idea? Car. For sure. Train has many horses. This is true. But have you ever sat in a muscle car that is optimized for maximum horsepower and just had someone slam the gas pedal down? Holy fuck, dude. They can go so fucking fast. Oh my god. When it's like optimized for drag races. Jesus Christ. Cars are too normal. With that attitude, yes. But they don't have to be, is what I'm saying. They do not have to be. You just have to be willing to make your car not normal. And there's so much you can do. So much you can do, man. Anyway. I'm still a train Andy for like, which one are you gonna take? I'm a train Andy, but like, which one are you gonna get into and like? It's cars for me. It's cars. Anyway, I like this illustration. It's just, I don't know why this was drawn, but I'm glad it was. You know, I'm glad it was. So let's take this and let's do, let's do 140. 140 for this. It just feels right. It just feels right. I think it came out before your train game ad too. Did it? Yeah, guys, Dench Attack releases soon. A couple days. Dench Attack. There's going to be an exclusive me skin if you like trains, if you want to be a singular train car doing kickflips in a fun little game. There's an exclusive me skin with announcer pack. Everything. Skin better be the smug. It's actually my yokai fit because the concept for the art on the sides of the train cars was they wanted it to be like kind of like the graffiti you'd see on a train in a city where people graffiti on the trains, right? And so I saw that, and I saw some of the concepts they had for some of the general stuff, the non-character stuff in the game, and I was like, you know what? Let's do the yokai fit, because I was thinking about the colors of it and how it would look as graffiti, and I felt like that, plus having like the snake motifs, the giant sword, everything, I felt like it would just hit. So yeah, I chose the yokai fit for the train car. Saw the Nostro clip. I didn't get to see the Nostro clip. I need to watch it, actually. Came up with the idea because of the Dench Attack thing? Okay, yeah. Oh, Fireshine likes this one.
Trains get my brain thinking about the marvels of engineering. Cars get my body feeling some type of way. Love both, but there are fewer train enjoyers out there.
That's true. I really like planes, if I'm going to be honest with you. The other day, okay, this was like a month ago. I was outside and I looked up and someone was flying a smaller plane around. And I went, oh, it's a Cessna 152. Or sorry, it was a 150. It's a Cessna 150. And my friend was like, okay. And I was like, you might be able to fly a 182 or 170 or, you know, one of those if you take lessons, but very rarely anything in the 50s. And they went, okay. And I went, all right. And I stopped mentioning it. Because I was like, I think if I talk more about this, I don't think they want to hear about what I like about that plane. 152 is a rare, 172 is where it's at. Yeah, I liked the 172 more than the 182. I don't know. The 182, it doesn't feel the same. 172 is a really nice one to fly. You got your pilot license on a 172. Most flight schools, that's the one they go with, or that they have available, I should say. Not that they choose to go with it more. That's just what they have. Yeah, it's a little like, when I say 4-seater, you could technically put more in the back, but it's a little 4-seater plane. And if you are getting a basic pilot's license, you usually get taught on a small Cessna plane. So it's the non-commercial license, not flying a jet or anything like that. And they're really nice. And I got to fly a 150, no, I think it was a 152 a long time ago. And I really, really, really liked flying that one. It was really nice. And then the coolest thing I got to be in was a biplane a long time ago. That was really fun, but that's, you are not gonna get to do that much. I got to do it for like a reason, and it was cool, but it was like a 3-time maximum thing over the course of a few years. So, you know, not really something you get to do much, but that was cool. That was really, really cool. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to fly one of those smaller planes, do it. And you know what you should do? You know what you should do? You one of the most important things to teach people is that smaller planes, most of them, will just level themselves out. So if you are losing control of a small plane and nothing's wrong with it, nothing's incredibly wrong, you're not missing a wing, whatever, you know, person's careening downward, you don't have to do anything. As long as you're high up enough, you just let go of the controls. And the plane will just level out. It will just level out, right? So what a lot of flight instructors do to scare people is they point the plane straight down at the ground and nosedive, and then just let go of the controls and look at the person that they're teaching next to them and laugh as the person starts crying and is like, wah! You know, and then the plane just levels out and they're like, look, it levels out when you nosedive. I swear to God, like every flight instructor does this, and it's so funny. It's so funny. I was in the back of a plane while someone else was doing a flight lesson, and the instructor starts nosediving, and I know what's happening, you know, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, woo, you know, and the person in the front seat that was learning started hyperventilating, and we had to stop. We had to land the plane and stop because they were freaking out. I was like, oh no. The instructor was like, I'm so sorry, but that's part of it, you know, it's part of it. That shit was funny as fuck, man. So funny. You need to become a flight instructor. It's a pretty good job, but you know, you probably have to live in the middle of nowhere. You probably have to go out to like Kansas or something. That's where a lot of the cheap schools are. Because in general, if you want to be a flight instructor and you are somewhere near a city, a lot of people want to be flight instructors too. And not a lot of people have licenses, but the ones that do really, really, really want to be instructors because it's a good job. So, you know, but yeah, so maybe it's still doable. It's a little harder in like a city area, but if you live Midwest, there's actually a lot of people that will fly out to the Midwest from those cities to take flight school in the Midwest because they just cost less. They just don't cost nearly as much. So, yeah. Jokes aside, maybe they shouldn't be a pilot if they have that kind of stress reaction. Yeah, pretty much. Is this the last one? It's from Liz. I have nothing to say except fire. I like how you did a sketch and then you're like, I'm gonna just draw the flames. I'm gonna just focus on the flames and then post it. I don't want to draw the rest. Pretty cool. I like it. I think it came out good. I think it came out nice. It does, you know what? It does give it a special something. It does, honestly. The rest not being finished. I like it. I'm gonna say, for the fire, let's give it... We'll do 80 points. We'll do 80 points. I'll still give you a bunch of points for your pain and suffering of having to draw a pose that isn't standing. Anytime I look at poses like this, I think about drawing it and I go, ugh. So, thank you for your pain and suffering, Liz. Oh, and that was the last one. Okay, let me see. Ooh, okay, things stayed pretty close, but creatures are definitely a little behind after that. Okay. A little behind, I'll say. Noted. Creatures don't want to give me anything. Noted. Geega will remember this. Said like a Telltale game. Geega will remember this. Okay, now we have two options. Technically we have more, but I'm going to offer you two. I'm going to offer you two. You can vote on what I play between number 1, I continue Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Woo! Look at that, Mr. Mr. Bite using the pay-to-win method. Well, now you're in second place. There you go. No longer last. Thank you, Mr. Bite, for the 100 gifted subs. That's fucking crazy. Thank you. Ghost Turd for 10. Ghost Turd for 10. Creatures behind my ass. Don't forget that anything you gift to the channel, especially gifted subs, does count into your point total for your faction. It does. So long as you linked your shit. So long as you went to the site and linked your shit. You can find information on how to do that in the Discord. It's pinned. But yeah, you can pay to win. Ghoster, thank you for 10 gifted subs again. And Cabe, thank you for 5. Thank you for 5. Yeah, it's honestly, it's a way to do it. It's a way to do it. Musical Corvo as well. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you for choosing the pay to win option. Remember, if you spend more, you're better. You win. Just like how video games work. If you just put more money into the machine, more skins, more guns, more good weapons, you just win. It's how life works, man. It's how it be. As is ordained. So I'm just having this system reflect real life. You can pay to win. And pay you shall. Thank you all for the gifted subs. Oh, it's so stupid. Viking, thank you for the 5 gifted subs as well. Thank you as well. Thanks, I'm gonna go win Evo now. Ooh, that's right. That is how it works. Who needs skill? Not me. I'll just pay to win. You got 2 options. But now 3. You can pay to win. Or you can ask me to play and continue Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which we just started the other day. Or the other option, which is Oddlaws RP. They just started up a Vintage Story server, and I was playing on it all day yesterday. And we have a little thing going. It's like pretty much just day 2. It's very early stuff. Things are tuned a little better, so progression's a little easier on this one. So that's the other option, is we can hop on there. We have an enclave of a few of us. It's me, Garrick, Annie, Gigi, and Voicebox living together. And I am not the farmer this time. I am not the farmer. So I'm going to put up, well, maybe I'll wait until the hype train's over because it always doesn't show it for like half of you. But You can decide between the two. Which we'll be doing. Actually, let me see.
Geegler.
Any of them are in VC right now. Yeah, I think Gigi and Annie are on right now. We were sitting there playing yesterday. We were just in like VC, hanging out, and thank you for the bits and getting everything set up. Garrett graduated from husband job to farm. He might still do animal husbandry. I chose... What did I choose? Oh, I chose lumberjack. I'm gonna have my fruit trees. I'm gonna be cutting trees down. I'm gonna be building. I'm gonna be very much focusing on building. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. So I'm in the middle of building our big old house. One singular house for us all for now. I was considering, you know, how do we want to build out this area? How do we want to do this? But we have VoiceBox. And VoiceBox likes building a lot, which is good. So I'm not the only builder this time. Thank God. Gulp, strong, muscly, brave lumberjack. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, my character is a frogman named Grog. It's a frog named Grog. And I put glasses on him, and they went around the front of his face, and they're just on his nose. They're just on his nose, so they look stupid. They look really dumb. Grog does wear flannel. It's like a dark blue, like a navy flannel. Axion, thank you for the 5. 5? Thank you for the 10. Huge. Gifted subs. Thank you so much. Like your character doesn't have a neck? No, he has no neck. He's just got this little retracted frog head stuck onto his body, and he just looks upward all the time, and he looks so stupid, and I like him. His name's Grog. We have a couple of our people, let me think, 2 of us are orcs. Oh, 2 people are orcs, and the other 2 are both furries. They're both dogs. So we got Big Dog, which is VoiceBox, and we have Mutt, which is Annie. So we got 2 orcs, 2 dogs, and a frog. And that's our settlement. So I want to build a little bit and then figure out what conflict we're going to have with other people, because I really want to cause problems. I want us to have a big fucking problem with other people, for sure. So give it time, but we're going to figure it out. I know a few other friends are also on the server, maybe not playing in our little group, though. And Evan's on there. Kermodo's on there. I think he's also a frog. I spent yesterday with some guy named Sir Vagrant. And he had like a Viking dude. And I met him in the spawn area. And he had just respawned. And he was like, hello, who are you? Like immediately, hello, what are you doing out here? And I was like, I'm a frog. I don't know. Just woke up. I came out of the water and I'm here. And he was like, we have to go looking for people. And I think he like wanted to maybe recruit me. But I found where my friends were living. And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to stay here. And he said, I'm looking for my bird son and my husband. So I found a gay Viking and their bird son named Brad Bird. So those are our neighbors. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I think Gigi wanted us to be named the village hidden in the something. What was the water one? The mist? I don't know. Do you think authentic Scottish or accenting it? I think accenting it because he's also supposed to be a Viking. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mist was the water Naruto tribe? Okay, well, what was the name in Japanese? Hold on. It's funny because Annie doesn't know anything about Naruto. Oh, it's Kirigakure. So Gigi keeps walking around and being like, dude, we're near the river, so we're like the Kirigakure. And then Annie's like, I didn't watch Naruto. And it's just been that over and over. Oh, man. Anyway, you can vote. We can also just play Black Flag, though. So, you know what? I will put up the poll. Which? I see Black Flag or We do vintage story. Odd Laws. Odd Laws is the server that like Kraken does. It's Kraken. I think Gigi's one of the admins. Voicebox as well. Who actually runs this? I don't even remember. Oh, Sput. Sput is one of the big ones in like setting it up always. I always think of Sput and Kraken when I think of Odd Laws. But yeah, I actually haven't played on any of the Odd Laws servers, even though I've been in their Discord for... God, I don't know how long. A long time. Glorpus, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Trumpingle, thank you for continuing your prime. Give me your primes. Where did I put this server? There we go. Ooh, new modeler. They added Toolsmith. Toolsmith. For making nice tool handles. So your tools don't break as easily. Oh. And you can also make a grindstone to hone them. Oh. Interesting. 67%. Wow. Look at that. 7%. My God. Okay. Let's put away the points. Look at them. Take them into your brain. Anytime you want to check the points, by the way, for factions, you can just go check in the Discord. There's a chat where you can use certain commands and you can pull up the points at any time. Okay. Grog the Destroyer. No, Grog, Destroyer of Worlds. Okay. Odd Laws Season 2. Okay.